Nothing like hauling some radioactive material at sunrise. Oh no! That didn't happen. Hello and welcome to the Stover Farm Channel. I'm so glad to have you here with me, and I'll tell you this, I really wish that I could say I was standing next to a beautiful pond, about ready to throw in my line and catch some fish, but I'm not. I'm at the Convoy nuclear generating station for probably one of the more stressful projects I've ever been asked to do. Just an absolute nightmare. I'll tell you what it is, but it involves Homeland Security, local police, the NRC, Ohio Power and Gas, every A, B, C, D, E, F, G organization you could think of. And how did I get involved in this? Well, I'm a majority landowner here in Convoy, Ohio, and I also have a lot of equipment, and they needed my help. So what in the world are we doing? We've got a big crane, we've got a big factory, a power plant. Well, we're going to haul some pretty nasty, dangerous stuff. And all of this started when the owner of the plant had to do some fairly heavy maintenance. They do that periodically, and they were in a shutdown mode and found out they had to replace a bunch of heavy equipment. And in doing so, they had to remove some fairly highly contaminated water. And that water needs to be transported from the plant all the way over to the rail yard, where we've got a special train set up that's going to accept this heavy transport and then transport everything just safely out of town. The problem is the train yard is about 2 miles from the plant, and to get here, you've got two ways. The first, well, it goes right through town. I mean, right through town, past the fire station, the police station, the major mall, the Applebee's. Yeah, I know it's important. But even more important, it goes past the water treatment plant. This is where Convoy gets all of its sewage, gets everything cleaned up, and allows it to go back out to all of the folks that live here. There's also a fairly large water aquifer that runs in the center of town and under basically the entire county. Yeah, not going to be good, especially since I'm building my absolute dream farm over here by the river. I've already spent millions upon millions of dollars carving out the river. The last thing I'm going to do is let this get contaminated. So the interstate that runs north of town, that route, it's out. Just way too many things could go wrong. So instead, we're going to come out of the plant and we're going to take the back road, the windy road that takes us down the backside of the mountain, across some of my farmland, but ultimately nowhere where we have anyone. And why is this stuff so dangerous, you might ask? Well, let's take a look at the plant itself. And I've actually got a build out there if you're curious on this plant. And if you saw that build, yeah, I did a few changes to it. You originally could not go inside. I wanted to go inside because I wanted to do some role play just like this, where we actually did some heavy hauling. So this is Convoy Nuclear Power Plant. It's a fairly simple plant. It just consists of objects that you drop on the map. A lot of decorative objects, some productions that are all farm sim happy, that have just been thrown on an industrial site. And in this particular instance, you're just using nuclear fission to create heat. You boil water, you create steam, you compress that steam. It turns a turbine, that turbine turns a generator, and you get electricity. But the concept behind it is far more complex than that, because you've got to, split atoms. And I'm not that smart, but I do have a brain that likes to build things in Farm Sim, and this is my containment building, which for all intents and purposes is a building inside of a building inside of a building. And we're here. This area would take you down into the turbine hall. Behind me would be the primary containment structure, and this is where the nuclear reactor would be housed. It's basically just concrete blocks that I've found as a downloadable mod. They're decorative. You can just drop them wherever you want. They've got all three sides, so you've got a top, a bottom, a floor, and walls. And then I created stairs with... It's a bench, concrete bench, and then when you just stack them properly on top of each other, you get a fairly nice stair step taking you up to the service level. I guess this would be called the service floor, or the top of the containment structure. And again, just kind of decorating things around. You've got a grain silo that's standing in for like a reactor pressure vessel, and a couple more silos that are standing in for pressurizers, and then just stuff around to make it feel industrial. Oh, and the ceiling, those are just bridges, because, well, you get a top and a bottom to a bridge. They're kind of a diamond-plated steel, and they look really, really nice. From the outside, you drop yourself a biogas production plant, and, well, it really kind of looks the part. Oh, and I also made a basement because, I mean, why not make a scary basement in a nuclear power plant, like the dungeon? And these are carports to create the ceiling, to give you actual ceiling pieces, because if you didn't put anything there, you'd look up and you'd just see the sky, because most of the placeable items in Farm Sim don't have bottoms to them, so these do. And we've just got some scary water underneath the reactor, and some pipes, and, some maybe hydraulic containers. Yeah, I think it plays the part. I think it looks pretty good. Pretty neat. It's amazing what you can do in Farm Sim. But the challenge is we've got to get these stainless steel containers that have been filled with highly radioactive water. Cue radiation. And they came down, we're pretending, from the upper service floor down this corridor, or like area that you can drop a crane in, and they're sitting here. And now we've got to get them outside over to the certified truck with the big crane, and over to that awaiting locomotive to get it all safely sent away and out of our hands. So the first thing we've got to do out here at the main gate is get the old Pete with the flatbed on it actually back through security. And that's actually not an easy task in and of itself, because you see, well, this is a nuclear power plant. There's some heavy security measures in place. We're not going to pull all these K-rails up. We're going to have to go through the field. And, well, you're probably asking, why in the heck is it so early? Well, we're doing this at a time period where there's no one on the road. Very few people are in town. Just, again, all the extra precautions that we have to take just in the event something bad were to happen. And the beauty of, being the project manager for this is, gosh, I can just, use anything I want. I'm stuck. Hold on. That wheel gets caught there all the time. But I've got a little batwing mower on the back of this little compact tractor, and we're going to use this over here at the main entry area to cut away some of the grass so that we can actually get the semi and the flatbed back in here. Have I made a cutout in the fence yet. Yes, I have. Right here. I think I have. Yep, we're good to go. So I'm going to drop this down. I think we'll be able to come in right here. And bring this down. Just figured a nice batwing mower would take care of this really, really quickly. Here we go. We'll come right through here. Just make a pass. This isn't arable land up here either. You know, the city owns this. Do I have lighting in the back? Yes, I do. So it looks pretty good. I think we'll be able to get the semi-truck in here. Not too big of a turn. Don't want to get this stuck. It's really, really dry right here. But that would be terrible to get stuck with your semi-truck containing stainless steel containers of highly radioactive water. And you can see, you know, we got black Suburbans all over the place. Local police are out. They've got the roads closed. It's very early in the morning. No one is out on the road. So I think that is probably, that's going to be absolutely perfect. Let's turn that off. And we're not allowing anyone into the plant that's not pre-authorized to be here. So I'm just going to park the old compact tractor right there on the side of the road. That's perfect. What a great mower. I love that mower. Now let's let's hop in the Pete and let's see if this road we've created is going to work. My flasher's on. Let's back it up just a touch. You know, I think you'd probably maybe use a bigger trailer than this, especially if you were hauling, you know, something really, really dangerous like this. But this is what we've got, and you know, hey, we got all the proper permits for it, so we're going to go with it. I think it'll be just fine. Oh boy. Alright, it's good to know about that. We might need to take care of that for that turn. So let's jump in to the editor mode here real quick. And let's just take that little section of fence out. Hey, look, that never happened, right? Excellent. Go ahead and pull through here. And I think we're probably going to want to back in, because I don't think I want to be backing out with this highly contaminated water in containers on the back of my truck. What are we weighing going out? We're weighing, okay, we're pretty light. Come through here. No need to get searched, but I think I might try and see if I can whip this around here. No one saw that. No issues. Alrighty, there we go. Might leave that rack on. That really would help us. I think I'll leave those on. The batteries should hold. Let me get over here. Get this big Liebherr. Never can pronounce that. Get her warmed up. The lights on there as well. Okay, and now one of the problems that we're going to run into is we can't just drive like a forklift through this big service entrance into the base of the containment here and just pick these things up. So we've actually got some electric trolleys here, and I forgot these are kind of a little radioactive. They're emitting a little bit, nothing too major though. So what we're going to have to do, I think, is turn on this and back up just a touch. And these are all electric, and I think we're just going to slowly move out here. We don't want anything to tip over. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Hold on. Come on, buddy. Don't let me get... There we go. Okay, I was a little worried there for a moment. Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Come on, come on, come on. This is, it's a little stuck. I might need... Let me see if I can lower that a touch. Back up, maybe. Pull forward. I just don't have the juice here. Hold on. You know, when in doubt, come in here. Turn this on. Oh, yeah, no one will ever know. And we're just going to kind of give it a little... Just a little... There we go. Oh! That was too much of an Okay. Back in here. Raise that back up. And we're gonna get it out. Boy, I really don't... It doesn't have a lot of power, does it? We're gonna kind of just... Boy, is that as far as we can go with that? Can I get that crane in there? Let's take a look. I mean, we planned all this out, folks. I don't know why. Hold on a second. Hey, Rick. Let me talk. Let me see if we can chat. Rick, hey, buddy. You think we could take the roof off that tunnel entrance right there? I can't get the electric cart over that big hump. You're okay with me taking the roof off? That's spectacular. Thank you. Rick is the primary operator, engineer here at the plant. So, you know, whatever he says... It goes for me, so we're just going to come in here. They don't need that. Let's just sell that. Yep. Okay, and then we're going to get rid of this right there. Yep. Oh, very nice. And look at that. Just like that. That is spectacular. That is exactly what we needed. Now, you know, this is, I think, one of the harder parts. I've got to come over here with the crane, and it's really surprising, I know, on a job like this where, you know, one person is doing all of this. I realize you would probably have other certified operators for things like this, but, you know, being the small town that we are, I'm certified in a lot of things. Okay, we should probably... we don't want to do that just yet. Oh, there we go. Okay, let's take this out. Boy, we could take that whole dome off the top of this thing, couldn't we? Okay, there we go. I'm just looking right down. Love the camera views that you get with this crane. I think this crane was just released, by the way. Would not be able to do this project without the mod maker of this. I will link it all down in the description. I think it's all platform, too, which is awesome. Okay, now I've got this. Okay, yes, here we go. Now I'm doing this. We're going to lower this arm. And I do have an attachment on here. I can't remember the name of it. I'll link that as well. But it basically allows you to connect anything on the crane to anything that uses, like, straps. So I'm hoping that this highly radioactive container here... Ooh, did that do it? It did not. Okay, let's try it again. Okay. Yes, that was it. Okay. Now we're hooked up. The highly dangerous process going on here. They don't let anyone just run-of-the-mill do this. I'm pulling this up. We've got a full container of highly radioactive water out of this nuclear reactor. And we've got to get it over there. Okay, we're going to swing it around. Everybody look out. Here we come. I am really, really happy that only one of these got filled, because this is nerve-wracking. I'm sure... Ooh, okay, here we go. We're going. We're going. Let me change views real quick. What's it look like from in the cab? Okay. Moving it over. Moving it over. Nice and slow. Again, there's probably thousands of gallons of highly radioactive water in there that we got to get on this truck, and we got to get it over to the train yard. No issues. All right, now what the heck do I do? I should probably come back to this view here. Yes. Oh, you know what I should do? I should probably raise it up. Raise it up. Raise it up. My Dodge Ram is there as well. I do not want to drop it on my Ram. That would be terrible. We're raising it up. Very nice. Okay. Here we go. Now, I think I can... Which is the operation to move? I need the arm to go in. Oh, there we go. Okay, so now we're moving the arm in. Nice and slow. I feel like if everyone could have just looked the other direction, I probably could have just picked this up with my forklift, put it in the back of my Ram, and taking it right over to the train tracks. But everybody's worried about permits. Okay, here we go. Oh, we're getting a little rocky. Nice and slow. Alright, are we over the truck? I think we are. So now we should be able to rotate. Now we can drop this down. So as I'm operating this, I will say, I have no clue how you would operate this with a controller. I'm using a combination of my controller and my mouse. I thought that this was a all-platform mod, but I don't know. The amount of operations that you're having to perform with this thing, it might just be Mac and PC. So I will do my best to figure that out. But I'm really surprised that I did not practice this, I promise you. I know I always do say stuff like that, like I don't pre-run these things. I am really honest when I say that. So this could have gone terribly wrong. I'm going to try and make that... Oh boy, come on. We do not want this to go sideways on us. Okay, now I think if I just may unhook it. Look at that. That's actually really, really cool. That is an awesome, awesome mod. And that little adapter right here, I can't remember who it was. Again, I will link it in the description. That allows you to just connect to basically anything that you can connect straps to. So cool. They don't need this crane for anything else, so I think we can probably, what is... Whoa! Oh, no. Oh no. Oh, no. Oh, no, 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 no. I about took out their shop. I was going to fold the crane up, but I think we're just gonna leave it right there. I'm gonna turn this off. Just let it go. No damage was done. You guys okay in here? Everything's fine? Yeah, okay. That's good. Alright, let's come over to the truck. Yeah, I think everything looks good. We should latch this down, because again, we do not want this to fly anywhere. So we're gonna give it a nice ratchet down. And I don't know if I'm going to have a convoy or like an entourage going with me. I know they've got the roads blocked off, but I'm ready to get this over to the train yard. Let's do this. Might as well turn off my blinkers. There we go. We locked down. Yep, she's back there. All right. They said to go very, very slow because we don't want any sloshing. I don't want to flip over, and we've got to go down the... I mean, it's a fairly steep hill, too. I'm a little worried about that. I'm going to bypass the scales. I don't feel like we need to check the scales here. They know what I've got. Nothing like hauling some radioactive material at sunrise. Alright, so here is where I was told I absolutely cannot proceed any further into town. I've got to come in through the intersection, and I've got to actually back up. You can see the deputies over there on my right. You can see the train yard. Honestly, probably a terrible spot to accept radioactive transport, because it is at our main grain yard. But, you know, hey, I'm going to let the professionals make those decisions. And I'm just, trying to do what I can with what I've got. So we're going to pull in this way. I'm not going to go back into town. I'm not going to go over towards the, the waste disposal plant. I'm not going to... Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Everyone just calm down. We're going to back up. I'm just going to back it up. I've got a telehandler waiting for me over here. I'm going to go nice and slow. You can see the locomotives sitting there on the train trestle, just waiting for me. It's a single car, and we're going to back up. I got the telehandler right there, ready to pick up. Okay, right there. Let's get in the telehandler here, and let's lift it up. And we're probably going to need to extend the boom a little bit here. Take it right over to the big cask, or the container. There we go. Yeah, we're going right up to it. Now I'm gonna bring this down. Try not to bump it. Oh, I'm kind of bumping it. I might have dented it a little bit. It's okay, it's strong. Let me do this. Okay, now if I do that, see? Now I can just lift this. Oh no, is it gonna do it? Oh no. Alright, look out, friends. I'm coming through. I've come back. I'm just grabbing the Liebherr. This is one of the best ideas I've had in a long time. You know, this thing's mobile. It had a full tank of gas in it. I don't think we're going to fit under the stoplights, so we might have to slow her down just a little bit. And just... No, we fit just fine. No issues whatsoever. No issues. Okay. We should have done this all along. Alright, I'm going to pull it up here on the curb. Let's get this telehandler. This little puny telehandler could not lift up that big container. Let's just get this out of the way. We'll drop that down right there. Okay, let's get back in the Liebherr. Y'all are going to hate me for calling this thing the wrong. Nice and slow. I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, there we go. Bring this down. Don't tip the crane over. Okay. Now we can lift it up. Nice and... What is going on? Oh, I think we're attached. Oh, I know what's wrong. They, you know, they're just going to have it already on a trailer on the back of a train. Who wouldn't love that? Okay, we're going to start taking this up. This is where it might get a little difficult. I don't have my calculator out. I don't know what our center of gravity is. I might need to have the train come forward just a touch, too. That didn't happen. And what an absolutely stressful project this was, but we have done it. Even the deer are out. They're not afraid. Shows you the radiation levels are very, very low. Nothing to worry about. We've gone all the way from the upper northwest quadrant of this map at the power plant with this highly dangerous cargo transported by truck and then a crane to a train. What's left is to get this out of here. Thanks again for hanging out with me. I wanted to try just something kind of fun. We're in Convoy. I'm still working on this map. It's turning out really nicely, and I know I owe you all the third build of the main farm and the farmhouse. Thank you so much for coming to the channel. Greatly appreciate it. Would love to hear from you. Tell me how you're doing. Leave a comment, like, or subscribe. From Convoy, Ohio, we'll see you next time, right here on the farm with the Stovers.